Hey, I want to give you a few awesome tips on a deer blind with these two water cans right here that I never seen in a video or nobody ever really talked about. And it's going to tie everything and make everything waterproof and just make everything just that much better. And it's an extremely awesome tip, okay? Of course, most people overlap, but what I did is I took the bottom and I ran this all the way along the edge. Of course, I got to cut it just to shave a little bit so I can stick that down. But see, it's all the way to the outside. So when water hits, water's going to run down, fall off this, go down, and then run out. And there's not any water going to get on the inside at all. No water. Of course, I just got to push that down on the front. And then another thing, like right here. Of course, I still got to do a few more things here, but right here, tying this in, most people never even left any of the bars. They just cut them all off and made it flat and then just, put something here. But these bars come down on the sides and on the back here, ties this thing in and made it solid, really solid, before I ever even put the wire on there. And I'm thinking I might put a couple self-tapping screws or something. I have no idea. Still working on that because I got a handful of self-tapping screws. But I don't want anything puncturing through just yet. But that's just a couple tips right there. Leave the sides and the back to the top that you cut. And of course, I left this up top so I could go ahead and bolt that so it would stay up. And then of course, when I build my door frame, that'll also help it stay up. And then I might put a 2x4 in the front just for good measures. And so I can build like a little shelf or something across there around my little shooting tables and lanes. But I just want to let you have those two awesome tips that I never knew before I started. And luckily I did it this way, thinking smarter, not harder. And I wanted it to be strong, so they're overlapped there. And then of course that plastic, it's actually shoved all the way out to the out of that, all the way down. So when the rain hits it, it will never get to the inside, to my floor that I'm going to build. No rain will ever hit your feet. And then I've got a little lid for the top that's going to help it stay, I don't know, not so cracked up for a little longer. Can't really think of the words. But it should cover that up. And there's not really going to be a whole lot of sun where this is going to be at, so it might mainly just be for the snow and ice. So, oh, here it is right there. This is a container lid. It's pretty awesome. And it fits up there perfect. It says it's 48 by 40. And that's the same size as a pallet. And that's one of those little pallet containers that, it's a pallet that unfolds, stands up, and then doors fold in and out, and that fits it. I have a few of them. And that's just the door. And it's got a couple holes up there and a couple holes here, and I think I'll probably wire it down after I get it in place. That way this thing will last hopefully another few years. Longer than what I've made it, Okay. Hope y'all like them few tips. Hope they're helpful. This thing is extremely strong now. I mean, I think if it blew over, of course I'm going to put a fence post, probably on one side or the other. But I think if it blew over, I'm not sure that it would even break. I think it would just be all right. Good luck, everybody. Hope you like them tips. I'm fixing to cut my windows in, but what I think I'm going to do, I'm going to cut down and maybe remove this and just score that on the back side, so these will just be lifted up like that. so when rain comes down, they'll hit it and go out. But I'll let you know what happens when I get that way. Got a shooting door all along the front, and then I've got a little one on the side, just in case he or she gets a little too far.